First of all, excuse my sinuses because it's going crazy right now. So if I'm over here like sniffling and stuff, yeah, it's been a problem. It's kind of ongoing. Hasn't like really stopped. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm getting something going off my throat as well. I don't know what's going on. I gotta get that checked out. Hope it ain't COVID, you know. But anyways, y'all, let's get straight into this video. It's Jay Ventures. So today we're gonna talk about how I got my first 1-bedroom apartment at the age of 19. Like I said, y'all, my videos, hopefully my stories, my experiences, just my life in general, hope what I bring to you guys can bring some insight, shed some light, something you can learn, you get some info, you can get persuaded, I don't know, you get some entertainment somehow, some way, you can, hopefully it helps y'all in some kind of way. So this is just for me personally, how I got my first apartment at 19. Honestly, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, I think everything that I've done, everything that I've accomplished, sinuses, forgive me. Like I said, everything I've done, everything I accomplished was like, everything I went into, everything I wanted, everything I got, I wanted it really, really, really bad, you know. So I wanted it really bad. So it's not like, oh yeah, I'm gonna, you know, do this here, maybe there. Yeah, so I'm gonna work sometimes. I'm gonna go have fun some days. Like, no, bro. When I want something, I want something. You know what I'm saying? When I envision something, I want it. I want it. So, yeah, I just say that off the rip. You know, I just want it so bad. And basically, I ain't gonna lie to you, I think 6 months prior to me even getting an apartment, I was kind of low on money. Well, for me at the time, low on money was about $1,000 in the bank. Like that was pretty low to me. That was like pretty low to me at the time. I was used to having way more money than that, and so I was working. Like I said, y'all, when I want something really bad. So I'm always working, y'all. I'm always hustling. You know, so I'm always out here trying to find the next thing to do, trying to find the next move, trying to find the next, you know, thing. Like, what's the thing that will put me on a higher level? What's the thing that will bring me some more money? You know, what's the thing that will get me to the next level? What's the thing that would, you know, help me succeed more? You know, I'm just always searching, always looking, always trying to do things, you know. So got a job at Amazon, y'all. Sinuses, forgive me once again. Y'all blew my nose for the billionth time. Anyways, y'all. So I got a job at Amazon after being unemployed for 6 months. Well, I wouldn't consider myself technically unemployed because I still am in the military. I'm in the reserves though. So being in the reserves, you don't really get that much money. You don't make livable income being in the reserves. So, you know, yeah. So, so I got a job at Amazon after being unemployed for 6 months. And the reason I was unemployed for 6 months because I was just trying to follow my dreams, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was just trying to, you know, I was boxing, you know, so I wanted to start boxing. I had just started. I was like, man, I'm gonna follow my dreams. I'm gonna try to make something out of nothing, you know. I'm gonna try to be a boxer, and you know, I'm gonna try to make it, man. And, you know, I had some money, so I was like, I had like, I think $8,000 at the time. 18 years old, you know, $8,000 at the time. 18 years old, trying to go after this dream, you know. Obviously, it didn't work out so well. We still grinding out here every day, you feel me? But, you know, it didn't work out too well. So I was like, 6 months later, I was like, okay, I don't know. When you go on to try to achieve your dreams, try to, you know, accomplish your goals, you gotta understand it takes time, y'all. It really does take time. And you gotta be patient. You gotta keep working. But like I said, 6 months in, like me trying to go after my dreams of, you know, just trying to get somewhere, be famous, be rich, something, you know, just achieving that next level, like I said, y'all. And 6 months later, like I said, end up freaking, what I consider broke. And got a job at Amazon. Did that for about 4 months. I actually, in the process of my timing of working at Amazon warehouse, I actually bought my first car off the dealership. Now, I don't think this was completely intended, because the car I had was, to me, just fine. It ran just fine. It worked just fine. It got me from point A to point B. Just what I needed. But I had one problem. It didn't pass real estate inspection. And the repairs cost thousands of dollars. What I, of course, did not have at the time, because like I said, I was kind of low on money. And at the same time, you know, I was working this job trying to save up some money, you know. But when I went to go buy my first car off the dealership, I feel like I should say this for another video. Anyways, that's beside the point, y'all. So basically, I got my first car. I started doing Uber Eats because I had just hit the age limit of 19 years old. That age requirement for doing Uber Eats. You gotta be 19 years old. I had just turned 19 years old. I was like, perfect, this is something I can do. Side hustle, along with working my job at Amazon, and along with still trying to box, you know, and along with still being in the military. So I'm balancing all this. Like I said, y'all, I'm a hustler. I'm a worker, y'all. I work, you know, I hustle, I work. So I got all these things. I got my job, I got Uber Eats, you know what I'm saying? I got my military paycheck, and then I'm still trying to box, trying to, you know, make a future out of that, you know what I'm saying? So got all these things to balance and doing, you know, but it came to a point where I was like, damn, I'm getting tired of working at Amazon. I was miserable. I ain't gonna lie to you, I was miserable going to work, y'all. I was probably like, that moment, around that time, I had realized, like, life is not about money, you know, and it showed me, that job showed me plain and clear, life's not about money. I was miserable. I was making good money, but I was not happy. I was miserable, you know, so I decided to take a chance, y'all. I feel like I could make a good income off of doing Uber Eats. I really felt like that, because, you know, like I said, as I'm working this job, I'm doing Uber Eats, and I decided to dive a little bit. I was just testing. I was doing it as a side hustle, but then I decided to test the waters a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a little more. I'm gonna do a little more. Then it came to a point, man, I was like, I think I can make more doing Uber Eats than doing this job at Amazon. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna quit this job at Amazon. I decided to take a chance. Quit my job at Amazon. I made way more money. I think I made like double, triple maybe, more than what I make at Amazon. Real talk. I made way more money doing Uber Eats than I did at Amazon. And that's when I decided, okay, yeah. I think the reason actually, I believe, like, my first apartment, it wasn't really for me personally. I think it wasn't for my reasoning. I think the reason I got my first apartment is because my girlfriend, I was in a relationship at the time, and she wanted to move out of her mom's house, and I was kind of on board, you know, but at the same time, I knew kind of what I was getting myself into. Like, I was gonna be, you know, like, focusing all my time on paying the bills, you know, because, like, she wasn't making that much money, you know. She was young, you know. I'm young too as well, but, you know, I'm kind of, like I said, I am a hustler, dog. I'm a worker. I'm a very ambitious person. I'm that type of dude. Forget the parties. I don't care about the fun. I don't care about this, that. We need to go after what I need to get. My vision. That's work. You know, I'm a hustle, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm that kind of dude. So, you know, I'm sacrificing. But she the kind of chick, you know, she want to go have fun. She wants to have fun, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, she works too and all, but she feels like working, like, I feel like she felt like working all day was kind of depressing and stuff. But besides the point, like I said, the reason I got my first apartment was because of her. And like I said, we were both on board with getting an apartment. And like I said, I already knew to get myself into. I was going to spend all my time doing Uber Eats, you know, just making money. But at the same time, how I was going to have time. See, if you're spending all your time trying to make money to pay the bills, where's the time at to, you know, follow your dreams as well? So, I barely had time to go to the gym, you know. And of course, I still got my job in the military, in the reserves, so I still got to balance that as well. So I was focusing all my time on, you know, trying to keep up with the bills. And I ain't lie to you, I wasn't just trying to keep up with the bills. I ain't lie to you, I made a bunch of money. I think like, kid you not, yo, I think about like full 3-4 months, maybe 5 months. No, it had about like 2-3 months into that, living in that apartment. I was up about like 12,000, 13,000, you know. So I mean, like I said, I hustle, y'all. I hustle, you know. I literally was up. I'm not talking about like, you know, like, you know, here and there, all in total, about 13,000. No, I literally had sitting in my bank account check-ins 6,000, 7. I mean, check-ins was like 6,000. My savings 7,000. Literally had some money, and I was like way above what I needed to be. You know, my rent was what for that 1-bedroom apartment. That rent was $825. $825 for rent. You know what I'm saying? Of course, my car payments were $291. Car insurance, you know, $303 something. But still, y'all, I was not on top of having over 10,000 in the bank, bro. I was making 1,000 a week. You know what I'm saying? Over 1,000 a week. You know what I'm saying? Working. You know, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was barely home. You know what I mean? I was barely home. Me and my girl, we was definitely kind of hanging out less. Not saying that we weren't together at all ever, but like she knows me. She knew how I was. Bro, I work, man. You know what I'm saying? I go after it. You know, that's all I focus on. I'm tunnel vision focused on what I do, man. So, basically, y'all, so really, y'all, my first apartment, we had to do, you know, some work. Me and her had to do some work. So I was getting off of work, or she would get off of work. We would take a day off or whatever. Together, we would go and search for apartments, and we would search all around. I'm talking about multiple apartments per day, for days. I think maybe weeks. You know, we was searching. We found our first apartment that we both agreed on, we both liked, we both wanted, and it was for a good price too. Excuse me, guys, my nose is running. But yeah, y'all, moving to our apartment, we got approved. That's a blessing. We got approved for our first apartment. We moved in. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it felt good. It felt good getting our first apartment, like having your own space, you know, just. And now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm definitely, right now, as you clearly see, I am on my second apartment in the background. I might do a tour of this in the future. But besides the point, I feel like y'all, if y'all are gonna move in to an apartment with somebody, I would suggest that you get to know them, and I mean, really get to know them. If you don't know them, like, I feel like you probably walk into a big mistake, because you don't really know somebody until you live with them. So, yeah, try your best to get to know them and understand and know. And like, is that what you really want? You really want to live with them? And for how long do you want to live with them? You know. But I ain't gonna lie to you, I think about 4 months into living in that apartment, our relationship went downhill crash. You know, she broke up with me. You know, and yeah, that was it. You know, we were living together for about a month. You know, separated. So I ain't gonna lie to you, I think we slept in the same room, but eventually we separated. I slept in the living room, and she slept in the bedroom. I gave her the courtesy of sleeping in the bedroom, because obviously, you know, that's how I am. You know, I'm kind of a nice dude. You know, I'm a nice dude. I like, you know, hey, keep the room. She was like, I can sleep in the living room. I was like, no, keep the room. I'll sleep in the living room. You know, I'm being nice like that. I'll give you that courtesy, you know. But when that went downhill, she eventually got her bag. She moved out, you know, without notice. Well, actually, I knew it was coming, though. I knew she was going to leave and just not say nothing to me. I knew that point was coming, but she left me, didn't say nothing. Didn't hear from her again, honestly. That was about over 2 years ago. So, Yeah, how I got my first apartment. I actually did end up moving out. Yeah, I ended up moving out because I wanted to restart. I've done just that. I've basically kind of had a fresh start since. That's why I moved out. You know. Yeah, but basically all that is how I got my first apartment. If I could show y'all pictures, I could. I'll show y'all a video. I actually got a video on my other channel, like deep down in my videos. They got like hundreds of videos on my other channel. If y'all check it out, it's called J3Times, all military content. But if you go back on my first videos, like first 20 videos, it's more about personal life, more vlogs, and you'll catch one of my videos being the apartment tour. You know, I furnished it. It got a bed in there, got a couches, TV stand, got bowls, plates in there, you know, table, nice dining table. It was pretty nice in there. It was set up pretty good, you know. I feel like we was pretty accomplished at that point. I felt, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, at that point in time, you know, I was 19, got my first apartment. I felt pretty accomplished. Like I was doing pretty good. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I had, like I said, 13,000 in the bank, making over 1,000 a week, 19 years old. Still have my job in the military, you know, and yeah, hustling, still trying to, you know, go after my bigger dreams. So I was at a good spot. Now I feel like right now I'm in a better spot now because I have, you know, more, you know, what you call it, more reservoir of what life really is, and you know, like how I put it, got some more pain and suffering, a little more trauma in me, you know, so that develops you. And you know, I feel like I'm in a better spot now than I was back then, and I'm doing the thing that I want to do for the rest of my life. You know, I'm doing it right now. The thing I want to do for the rest of my life, to be successful, I'm doing it right now. I'm blessed, you know. But I feel like I'm going on with this video. I'm just talking about my life, talking about my experiences. Y'all, if y'all watched to the end, y'all watch this stuff, hey, shout out to you, thank you, and I hope it helps you, you know. So hope you like it, hope you enjoy it. But anyways, y'all, I think that really is it for this video. Getting your first apartment is definitely something you will look heavy into. Don't just go grab anything you see. Oh yeah, definitely look into it. Like look into your neighbors. Like one thing we did too as well, we looked into the neighborhoods. We looked at if there are any hoodlums around, you know what I'm saying? We looked at is it ghetto? You know, how the neighbors, you know, how is the area? You know, not even just look at the apartment complex, but look at the surrounding area of the apartment complex. Is it really a good area to be around? Is it a good place to be at? You know, that's one thing we're definitely paying attention to. And we were looking at, one thing we looked at too is how secure is it? Our front door to our apartment complex, we had a passcode, so you couldn't just walk in. You had to put in the passcode or get buzzed in. That's one thing we looked at too. It's just, you know, very secure. Of course, laundry room, everything like that. Mail, we was looking into that, of course. Yeah, I think those are things you want to look for as well. And transportation, of course. You get your first apartment, one thing you definitely want to think about too is transportation. Now, do you want to have a car before you get your first apartment or after you get your first apartment? Or do you even want to get a car? Do you just want to just continue? Do you just want to take a bus? Do you want to just ask people for rides? Do you want to just catch a lift, catch a taxi? Because you gotta get to work somehow. You know what I'm saying? Unless you work at home, you work people that works at home, but most people go to work. Most people actually get out the house and go to work. So the question is, how you gonna get to work? That's one thing you got to put in perspective too. Get your first apartment, you know. So yeah. And one thing you want to ask yourself too: how long do you plan? How long do you plan on being in that apartment? Do you plan on being there the rest of your life, or is it temporary? Do you plan on being there for a certain period of time? That's like I said, that's one thing you gotta understand too. Like, you know, trying to get to the next level. How hard are you hustling? How hard are you trying to get to the next level? I'm pretty sure most people don't want to stay in their first apartment for the rest of their lives, right? I'm pretty sure there's people out there who want more. Maybe they try to upgrade to a 2-bedroom. Maybe they try to, get a luxury apartment. Maybe they're trying to buy a house. But in order to get those things, get to that level, you gotta get your hustle on, baby. You gotta hustle. You gotta work. You gotta be real ambitious, But anyways, y'all, I think I said it's it for this video. How about 3 minutes ago? That's it for this video. Rambling on. Hope y'all like that. Hope y'all appreciate that. Stay in the outro. Stay humble. Stay motivated. Stay positive. Stay healthy. Like, comment, subscribe. Jay Ventures. Thank you for watching, y'all.